Hi, I am Karen, and you are going to love this month's feature. We are introducing YouTube Shorts from our YouTube channel. We hope you enjoy our Shorts compilation. Additionally, we would like to welcome our new members Alex Long, Anthony Hatt, David Boehm, Donald Nope, Jesse Men, and George Charemka. Remember, registering as a member on our site gives you the opportunity to use all our site's cool features. Click the registration button on the right to register and manage your account, and also configure your website settings. One popular feature is the free classifieds for members. Post photos and video, write articles, and more. Now it's time for the watch party.
Excellent.
You are so beautiful.
10.
10.
Happy birthday!
Yes.
Excellent.
You are so beautiful.
10.
10.
Wait, stop! Seriously?
I think a fall angel just walked by. Think a fall angel just walked by. I think a fall angel just walked by. There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight, there goes a sight. Now there goes a sight from my there goes a sight. There goes a sight, there goes a sight.
If you are lucky enough to be loved by a dog, you are blessed more than you know. They have a way of taking over your heart and becoming a member of your family. They depend on you and love you unconditionally until the end. You are their whole world. Being a pet parent comes with a lot of responsibilities. Make sure your pet receives preventive health care, that is vaccinations, parasite control, as well as care for any illnesses or injuries. Recognize that pet ownership requires an investment of time and money. Commit to the relationship for the life of your pet or pets. Subscribe and check our YouTube shorts for useful pet parent information, tips, and pet poems for pet owners who truly love their pets. Thanks for visiting. Have a great Pet Parents Day. Welcome. Today's fun facts are all about bees and flowers. What's the connection? When a bee lands on a flower, the hairs all over the bee's body attract pollen grains through electrostatic forces. Stiff hairs on their legs enable them to groom the pollen into specialized brushes or pockets on their legs or body, and then carry it back to their nest for the queen bee. This is so cool. The little bee, which I should call the little busy bee, and is a dedicated worker. The little busy bee makes sure he carries out his most important duties. Everyone knows that bees buzz around flowers in their quest for nectar. Bees and flowers, of course, co-evolved with a long-standing symbiotic relationship. The bees depend on flowers for nectar, which they use to produce honey, and flowers need bees to help pollinate other flowers. This relationship between bees and flowers is known as pollination. In our short video clip, you're watching pollination in action. The little bee that flies out at the end is headed back to his colony. Bees and flowering plants have a mutualistic relationship where both species benefit. Flowers provide bees with nectar and pollen, which worker bees collect to feed their entire colonies. Bees provide flowers with the means to reproduce by spreading pollen from flower to flower, which is called pollination. We are coming to the end, and we hope you enjoyed our fun facts about bees and flowers. Bees make excellent pollinators because most of their life is spent collecting pollen, a source of protein that they feed to their developing offspring and contribute to the delicious honey we put on our pancakes. Remember, when a bee lands on a flower, there is work to be done. Remember to subscribe to our channel and be notified when we post fun facts, funny videos, top travel destinations, and make sure you check out all our YouTube shorts posted on our channel. Comment, like, and share today's fun facts. Thank you for visiting the Bullhead City Guide. Welcome to our Desert Life series. I am Karen, and this month we are featuring the desert tortoises. We received a notification from the Arizona Game and Fish Department stating, "Summer rains coax desert tortoises from their burrows and sometimes right into your day." If you find a turtle or tortoise, follow these guidelines on what to do next. We have posted the guidelines in the description. Let me give you a quick summary. It is illegal to remove a desert tortoise from the wild. If you encounter a desert tortoise in the wild that does not appear to be injured, please leave it alone and enjoy the encounter, and take all the pictures you want. If you have found a desert tortoise that appears unhealthy, lost, or injured, take pictures of the top of the shell and front and back of the tortoise and email them to the Arizona Game and Fish Department, or send via text message to 480-694-8395. Please include your name and a phone number where you can be reached. We love the gang over at the Arizona Game and Fish Department, the job they do to protect the environment and the wildlife over such a vast desert area is really impossible, but each and every day the men and women of the Game and Fish Department put in long hours and perform extraordinary duties for man and the wildlife in the vast desert environment. Thank you. Now let me tell you some fun facts about the desert tortoises. Did you know the lifespan of desert tortoises is 30 to 50 years, but some can live to be over 80 years old? Tortoises weigh between 8 to 15 pounds. Their length is between 9 to 15 inches. Desert tortoises in the U.S. are only found in the Mojave Desert in California, Nevada, Arizona, and Utah. Under the Endangered Species Act, they are listed as threatened. Have you checked the temperature today in Bullhead City? It's hot, hot, hot. Visit our homepage to see how hot. Get this, the desert tortoise is able to live where the ground temperature may exceed 140 degrees Fahrenheit by burrowing into the sand. 95% of a desert tortoise's life is spent in underground burrows. Ravens have caused more than 50% of juvenile desert tortoise deaths in some areas of the Mojave Desert. You would think that their hard outside shell protected them from their desert predators, however, that is not the case. Besides the ravens, coyotes, bobcats, and badgers are a few of their known predators. The younger tortoises, with shells not fully hardened, are especially vulnerable. What does a desert tortoise eat? They are reptile specialists with specific needs. Desert tortoises are herbivores, dining on grasses, flowers, fruit, and cactus. These foods contain a lot of moisture, and desert tortoises can go for up to 1 year without access to fresh water. 1 year without water, feeding mostly on native grasses, leafy plants, and flowers. Amazing. What happens if a tortoise flips over? Once a tortoise is flipped over, various things start to happen. The tortoise's intestines may get twisted, bowel torsion, especially if it was flipped with force, as in an attack. This can be dangerous, even fatal, if not corrected. The tortoise may vomit because of the unnatural pressure and position of the organs. Did someone ask, do tortoises like to be petted and held? The short answer is that yes, in many cases tortoises do like their shells to be scratched or petted. Just like some people like to hug their friends and other people don't like hugs, some tortoises really enjoy having their shells scratched and other tortoises don't like it so much. In Arizona, we have a desert tortoise adoption program. Desert tortoises are non-traditional pets, but are fascinating animals, and families can gain an appreciation of desert wildlife by caring for a tortoise and watching its natural behavior. Each year, the Arizona Game and Fish Department adopts out hundreds of captive desert tortoises that are surrendered to the department. These tortoises cannot be released back into the wild because captive tortoises can transmit diseases that can decimate Arizona's wild desert tortoises population. Under state law, desert tortoises are available for adoption for Arizona residents only. Before submitting your adoption application, check out the resources in the description to learn about desert tortoises and what's required to properly care for one. Adopters should also consider that healthy tortoises can live upwards of 80 to 100 years and should have a long-term plan in place in either a will or other succession plan, as the tortoise may outlive its caretaker. Almost all of the desert tortoises that are available for adoption are previous pets. The Arizona Game and Fish Department really wants you to take the adoption seriously. If something comes up and you need to find a new home for your tortoise, just don't release it back into the desert. Please call the Arizona Game and Fish Department. Call the Desert Tortoise Adoption Program main number at 844-896-5730.